Hey there, it's Jody Sutter of the Sutter Company, and it's Just Ask Jody. It's that time when I take a question from an agency around an issue they're having with business development, and I'll answer that question in 4 minutes or less. And today the question is, are RFPs worth it? In other words, is the time and investment of effort to respond to RFPs, is it really worth it? So I think in a perfect world, the answer would be pretty short, and that answer would be no. There are better ways to win business, better ways that are more in your control, that build stronger relationships, and that are a better payoff for the time and effort that you put into it. But we don't always live in a perfect world, and especially if you're an agency that competes in categories like tourism or higher education, competitive RFPs are a reality for you. So let's maybe help you make the best investment possible. Let's try to move the needle a little bit more towards making them worthwhile. So the first thing that I would do when I'm deciding whether answering an RFP is going to be worth our while as an agency is I will ask myself whether there is a clear path to win. So that means, do I have the credentials? Do I have the experience? Do I have an existing relationship that I can leverage? Do I have a new team member who has the credentials and the experience? Do I have technology or an innovative approach that is going to be particularly useful to this client? Is there a clear path that I can see that would get us to winning this business? And if the answer is yes, then that's an indication that it could be worth the investment in time and effort. The other indicator you want to look at is whether or not your reputation precedes you. Has your agency done a good job of generating positive awareness among a target audience that this client is a part of? In other words, when they get your RFP response, is there going to be some sort of a flash of recognition? That means that your marketing has done some of the heavy lifting for you, offsetting the investment that you're going to have to make in creating a response to this RFP that's going to be successful. The other thing that I would do to make sure that your investment in time in responding to this RFP is worth it is to start strategically. A lot of times I'll see agencies rush headlong into starting to answer all the questions that they got without taking a step back and thinking about that path to win and what the maybe 2 to 3 key messages are that must be reinforced in order to build a really solid and persuasive response. This also helps you make some very critical decisions about what content to put into that response and what to leave out, meaning it's going to be a streamlined, focused document, which is not only going to be better for the client to read, but it's going to be less work for you to put into final client-ready form. And finally, see if you can engage the client in some way. And I know sometimes this is near impossible when there are strict requirements that prevent you from making contact. But I think a lot of times agencies will also make the assumption that they shouldn't be reaching out, and I think that's a mistake. So see if you can engage, see if you can ask for a conversation with the main point of contact or the client group. And this is going to do a couple of things. Number one, it's going to start to build the relationship. So they're going to get to know you. You'll be less anonymous. You'll start to be able to build trust and likability. And that goes a long way towards winning the business and making this worthwhile. The other thing that a conversation with a client will do is it will often result in intelligence. You will start to recognize potentially hidden agendas or a deeper sense of the need that wasn't fully portrayed in the brief. And now you have this advantage. You can take that and incorporate it into your response in a compelling way that shows that you heard them and can address those concerns. So that's it for this Just Ask Jody. If you've got a question you'd like me to answer, you can email that to me at jody@thesuttercompany.com.